Hello, Business 630 students. This is Professor Rick Hassey, and I'll be your instructor for this Fall 2 Business 630 Corporate Finance online course. And this is today's date is Sunday, October 22nd. We are scheduled to begin our class tomorrow, October 23rd, but I wanted to just go over a couple of things as you prepare yourself for our online work this coming fall session for the next 8 weeks. I don't know how experienced any of you are in online, but I assume many of you have taken it before in your MBA program. But this course is designed as an asynchronous course, meaning you don't have to attend class either in a classroom or in a remote online setting with your camera on and the professor instructing you. This is at your own leisure, I guess you could say, but at the same time, your own discipline. And since this is a advanced corporate finance MBA class, we'll be covering a lot of material pretty quickly. And it's your job to keep up with the videos and make sure you keep up with the class. So I wanted just to introduce the class to you this evening. We will have our first lecture on Monday, October 23rd, and this is how our class will work. I will post a lecture video every Monday. Our online week goes from Monday to Sunday. Sunday is when graded work is due. So we will have an online lecture every Monday of every week, 1 through 8. And then on Saturday, we will have a weekend update video, which I will process every Saturday morning every week for 8 weeks, where I'll review problems, review if you have an assignment due that week, maybe go over that a little bit more detail, and just sum up the week of study. So 2 videos every week on Mondays and Friday and Saturdays. In addition to that, we have student hours every Thursday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. And these are voluntary. It just means I have my Zoom office hours site open. You can come on during those 2 hours and ask me any questions or concerns that you have about problems, about the schedule, about the course. So every Thursday night, where I am online for 2 hours, where you can join me via Zoom and ask me any questions or concerns you have. And it's not mandatory. There are no mandatory classes in this course. So in review, every Monday and Saturday will be posted videos for you to review. Every Thursday evening are student hours where you can come online and ask me specific questions about the course. All right. And as you can see in our Blackboard here, we have every week set up. If you click on the week, you'll see learning assignments for that particular week, articles, PowerPoints, videos that concern itself with those topics. And I'll review all those in my lecture video every Monday and review them every Saturday. But if you want to get a head start or review as the week goes on, every week is set up. Here's week 1, there's week 2, and so on. Every week is set up. So you'll know exactly where things are, when things are due, what you have to be responsible for, and so on. We also have in our course syllabus and calendar folder a quick review of the important graded dates during the course of our 8-week class. Your first grade or first work is due a week from today, Sunday, October 29th, where you are to post a discussion forum. To post a discussion forum, and here's the discussion forum here under student discussion forums, where I'm asking you to, in the first part, give me a little biography, introduce yourself to myself and to the class. And then in part 2, I want you to select a company, a Fortune 500 company that you're going to use and review throughout the 8 weeks of our class. So this company will be involved in case number 1. It'll be involved in case number 3. So you'll be doing a lot of work with this particular company. The company is a company you may work for, a company that you're interested in, a company you may own, might buy their products, or you invest in them. So I want you to select a company this first week that you're going to use and follow throughout the course. And I want you to explain just briefly why you picked that company. So that's your first assignment this week. Also in the student discussion forum every week is a folder where you can post any questions. Instead of sending me an email or sending me a text, you can just post a question here and I will answer it for you within the next day. Every week that will be there too. So going back to our course calendar, there's our important dates throughout the course, right up to when the final grades will be posted on Friday, December 22nd. Here's also an outline of the class, what I'll be covering, the chapters and the material. A little brief little bio about yours truly. There's the link to our student hours. This link is also in the syllabus. So there's all the information you need about our class. And there's our syllabus. But I already emailed your syllabus in the email I sent you the other day, but there's a Word and a PDF file that you can download of our course syllabus. We also have Zoom and YouTube links. This is where all your videos will be posted. In addition to the weekly videos, in this one file folder will be all the videos of our class. Here's again our student hours on Thursday evening that I just mentioned. There's a Zoom link that you can come on every Thursday and ask me questions. This might prove handy. It's a little video explaining library resources, most specifically the D&B Hoovers database, which many of you will probably be using as research in our class. More on that later. Zoom and YouTube link file folder. And then we get into the every week of the class, and that's up to you to click on it, to review it, to understand it, and to study it. Remember, the textbook in our class is voluntary. You do not have to purchase a textbook. I provide all the PowerPoints, all the information from the textbook in the Blackboard site online. If you want to purchase a textbook, that's fine, but it is not necessary for this course. So please take a few moments in the early days of this class this week to go over and look at our Blackboard site. Get to be familiar with it, where things go. You know you can click on whatever week it is and know exactly what the graded work that week is and the work that I'll be talking about in class on my lecture videos on Monday and Saturday. If you get confused about the schedule, you just click on the course syllabus and calendar and immediately you can see when work is due so you can keep up to date with your time management for this course. Here's our course syllabus. I want you to take a look at that in the early couple of days of our class this week. This is a good source of knowing what's going on in the class, explaining to you what makes up the class, gives you all the necessary links. I have a YouTube playlist that will be coming in handy for you all this course, and I'll talk more about that in my lecture video on Monday. Again, here's the link to our office student hours, and here's an explanation of our course objectives, the textbook, the optional text for this class, Financial Management Theory and Practice, the 16th edition by Brigham and Earnhardt. Our structure of our class, how it's going to be graded, we'll have 3 case studies. Each case study is 20%. A case paper, which is called an assessment paper, more on that later, which is 25% of the class. And then your class discussion posts, basically the first 2 weeks of our class are the discussion posts. And there's some explanation of our graded work. Our academic honesty policy, since this is an asynchronous class, you're on your own. If you use materials that are not part of this course, you need to catalog them and reference them in any work assignments that you do. Again, more on that later. Your responsibilities, my responsibilities, the usual University of La Verne propaganda, university resources that you have available to you as an online student. And again, our course calendar and description, which I've already shown you is also in another file in Blackboard. I download this and keep it with you at all times when you're dealing with this course. So as I introduce this class from my office in Claremont, California, I want you to know that I'm looking forward to working with you this Fall 2 session. 8 weeks go by very quickly. In the second week of our class, I'll be meeting with each of you individually in what is called a professor meeting, which we'll talk more about as this week goes on. But you can see it if you click on week number 2, is I set up a schedule where all of you sign on for about 10 minutes during the course of the week. And you and I individually chat just to make sure we can connect one-on-one and make sure you get to know me. I get to know you a little bit better, because online education tends to be a little bit sheltered, and I don't want that. I want you to feel that you get some value out of this class by knowing me and seeing how I teach. So this week, first week, which will begin on Monday, October 23rd, remember you have a student discussion forum to post by next Sunday. This is your graded assignment. This work in this discussion forum, this two-parter, is worth 10% of your course grade. It's for me to see how you can handle working with Blackboard posting. It's for you to give a little biography about yourself for your classmates, and to pick a company that you'll be tracking and following throughout the course of our 8-week class. So that's your graded work for this week. In addition, we review chapters 6, risk and return, this week. Here's a PowerPoint for chapter 6, some videos, and it'll be part of my lecture video on Monday. So we're off and running. So please sign on to Blackboard, get used to this class as quickly as possible. If you have any questions or concerns, you can post questions to the discussion forum right here, student questions and comments. You can send me an email, but please, in your emails, you use your laverne.edu email account. I do not need to see Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo Mail. Please use your Laverne EDU account. So we're off and running, everybody. Business 630 Corporate Finance, the study of advanced finance in corporations. Look forward to seeing you online tomorrow, the 23rd, and working with you for the next 8 weeks. Get up to speed this week. It'll make the class a lot easier. I look forward to working with you. Until tomorrow, this is Professor Hassey. Adios.